Welcome to the second stage of our STEAM project. This time, we're going to explain briefly the process that we're going to follow in this occasion, as well as some important topics related to its development. For this assignment, we decided to create something that we like to call biopaper. And you may be wondering, what is biopaper? Well, it consists of recycled paper with a twist, as it is also focused on having a positive outcome when being discarded. Our product is being designed to work as a fertilizer, meaning that it is going to help the soil, which is where the plants grow, but we also need to consider its physical, chemical, and biological properties. If any of this is harmful for plants, the plant production will cease, as each one of them is important. The physical aspects are focused on the ability of the soil to provide plants with nutrients, while the chemical parts are based on the regulation of the amount of nutrients that the plant obtains. These two intervene in the biological properties, as the two parts are necessary to supply the right environmental condition and enough nutrients to reach an optimal biological activity.
Why we decided to develop this project? The creation of new techniques to help our planet has been a major occupation of science, since there are a lot of problems that are yet to solve. Deforestation is one of the problems. It basically consists of cutting down trees, causing the clearing of Earth's forests on a massive scale. This results on different consequences, such as the disappearance of whole ecosystem, which represents a huge threat to our survival, as 80% of the land animal life in forests. Less trees also mean more greenhouse gases, as well as even more desertification. According to National Geographic, one of the biggest threats to green space are the logging operation, in charge of providing wood and paper supply to the world. Activity that sometimes is part of an illegal and non-regulated process. Some true facts regarding how this problem is linked to huge consumption of paper done worldwide are:
So, why do we want to develop the project to stop this problem? Well, when we recycle previously used paper, we intend to reduce the impact that has this massive logging, but also we are focused on helping the environment in another way, which is by fertilizing the soil with our paper. To research about what makes up a good fertilizer, and we found that the three main nutrients a plant needs to its survival are nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, which are referred as a macronutrients.
In this image, we can observe what do we expect to do with our experiment. As we can see, the paper is going to contain different ingredients necessary to its fabrication. The paper is going to be composed from several nutrients found in various fruits and vegetables, such as potatoes, bananas, mangoes, and apples. For example, bananas contains phosphorus and potassium, which are two of the most important nutrients needed in the development of plants. We're going to add them in the creation of the paper by including them when doing the traditional mixture of recycled paper. In the future, we're planning on doing a more advanced research in order to include even more beneficial substances in our paper and also use better methods with less impurities in the mixture.
Usually obtain fruit and paper sheets, which were liquefied with an approximate of 125 milliliters of water. The finished apple, potato, paper, and banana mixture was about 2 liters in total and was emptied into a large vessel. Then, 2 liters of water were added, but it was still thick, so 2 liters more were added. 1 liter was mixed and filtered until a uniform mixture was left to rest, taking the measure of using a garment to absorb moisture, leaving it until obtaining results and removing the garment.
Scientific method, observation and formulation of questions. For this, we went to task of looking for some social problem. We find the excessive use of the leaves and we observed that each cycle irreparably damaged the planet. For that, we began to ask how we could collaborate to reduce this problem. Forming an hypothesis. Our main hypothesis was, what if we could contribute for giving the people an alternative, sustainable and that was not difficult to do for people, to recycle and become aware. The next was how to do it, to convert it finally to, and if we use organic waste along with leaves that do not serve to recycle both. Analyzing the information. For this point, we already had some sources and some places to look for possible options. Before this, we decided to take the most convenient and result in a coherent explanation and support our project on the basis that we find as the articles of ecology and the benefits of use organic waste along with papers to obtain a product that could be useful once again, discarding inaccessible methods and trying to use a simple process.
Para que pueda absorber correctamente todo. Y ya, eso sería todo y pues tendría que esperar hasta mañana a ver los resultados. Voy a pegar bien la playera para que pues esta cosa quede bien. Uy, genial.
Biopaper in different society levels. Our project was made with the purpose of being friendly with the environment. But what about the society? How does our project can help the society? Economy. First of all, the biopaper is made of fruit shields, basically trash. So our project is economic and it is accessible for all society levels. Quality. The quality of biopaper is worse than a normal paper sheet. The normal paper sheets use a lot of chemicals, and all those are dangerous for the environment. And according to our objective, we can't use dangerous chemicals, so we didn't use them. And for consequence, the quality is worse, so the persons are going to buy the paper with chemicals instead of the biopaper.
I was the one who investigated about the materials that we were going to use. I brought some of them and also made the mixture for them to convert it to the paper.
In my conclusion, I realized that our project is a big opportunity. We can take advantage of the waste of fruits and reduce the deforestation. We are going to better our project. We know that our project have potential and we can do it better. During the process of making the project, I made research of what part of the fruit were better for making the paper. I get the shells of the fruits and liquefy them. Then I make the wood mold and then I redact the part of how does the biopaper can affect the society levels.
My conclusion and opinion is that through sustainable project and the necessary education, we can implement many good measures for the planet and make a change. This paper is an example that recycling is a very good option as well as cheap and very practical to show the progress we make. I participated in the realization as an information searcher, writing parts of the advances, contributing with materials for realization, and redacting the dialogues of the same.
My contribution to this STEM project was given the main idea about the experiment that is the biopaper, and also I did a research about how the industry makes the paper.